See, a digital portfolio. The main purpose of this digital portfolio is being a new student to artificial intelligence learning process. You are supposed to understand what artificial intelligence is, and your journey should be documented. That is the main important aspect of creating this digital portfolio. As a part of this, we will be using certain ChatGPT or like any other AI tools, and we will be creating artifacts and submitting them as a weekly documents. So if we check it, our portfolio should contain following sections like a professional bio of the person who is creating the artifacts, and the personal value proposition, why he is creating these artifacts, and value he created from the process. These two are two additional things that we should create. Then every week we will be writing at least five artifacts we will be creating. Those artifacts should contain these elements. So now we get a question, what is an artifact? See, using AI tool, you can create any design, any like for a problem, you can create a solution that will become an artifact. Usually, if you are a software engineer, you will be creating a software application considered as an artifact. If you are a business analyst, you will be creating a report. That report will be considered as an artifact. If you are a content creator, you might be creating a flyer, or like if you are a marketing person, you are creating a brochure of a product, like that. That can be considered as an artifact. So you should create some unique things that help you to develop, that help you to understand how you can use AI, how can you use your prompts in a better way to create these artifacts. So what we create a bio of ourselves. Next, we create what kind of value it created, the entire process, what kind of value it created for us. Next, you will be creating five different artifacts that should contain proper information. Okay, so these sections, like one, so there should be a title one, two, three, four, five, six, seven sections, and two subsections. These are mandatory. If your work includes any research kind of thing, you should include references. This is how we should plan. Now, uh, and along with this document, when you are submitting this document, you should separately create a reflection. Okay, so your reflection can be out of these questions, like say if you are discussing about what a deep understanding you got, so you should address these three questions: the process you used to complete the artifact, the decisions you made along the way, what you learned about the subject. This helps you to deep analysis, to understand deep analysis that you performed as a part of creating your artifact. Maybe growth related questions you should ask yourself and address it, like how your skills have developed over a time, what challenges you overcame, and how. So maybe like if you want to create some Excel sheet, you are not aware of using Excel properly, you are not aware of formulas like that, and by using ChatGPT, you easily created that Excel template. That is how we can overcome our challenges. Maybe you are not very good at selection of colors and graphics while preparing a flyer or a design document. That kind of challenges can be overcome when we are using artificial intelligence tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, like that. Then how the feedback and revisions improve. Maybe when you created some document, if you don't like it, again you will be creating you will be giving a feedback to the ChatGPT, and you will be getting some new information on that, a new design on that. So that is how that feedback system worked for you. You can write about it. Next, value of work. Connect to your work, your personal value proposition. Explain how your artifact meets the needs of specific audience. Highlight why your artifact is relevant and impactful. Like whatever the area you choose, how it is relevant to that area, how it is impactful, that should be explained. So first two questions, I guess you understand it and you can write about it. Next, lifelong, it's reflection related to lifelong learning. Identify various areas where you can improve. Maybe after creating AI, you might understood that you have very less AI skills. Prompt generating skills are not so good. Because of that, it made you to write lot of so many prompts you have used to create it. Like that, you should understand where you are lagging in using AI tools. Recognize patterns in your approach to problem solving. See, you might be knowing the problem, but the pattern we apply to solve the problem should be efficient enough to address it properly. So you can speak about understand your understanding on the patterns that you used or what patterns you could have used to get a better outcome. Build the habit of evaluating your work, which is essential for continuous improvement. Okay, these are the questions. However, like after brainstorming about all these questions, you should prepare your reflection report concisely addressing these three sections. First section, customization for the audience. How did you tailor the artifact to meet the needs of its intended audience? Maybe whatever the design you created, whatever the report you created, that will be targeted towards some audience, right? Who will be reading it and using it for their purposes. So, how you tailored, how you designed, improvised. Maybe first time you got some design, then you will think that no, this kind of maybe under 16 people don't like this one. Maybe you improvised it. Again, it is very out of context kind of design. Then you will understand that a normal customer you can. In that way, you will be improvising your design, right? So that is what he asked here. How did you tailor the artifact to meet the needs of intended audience? It's not like just you create one prompt, you prepared a design and you just submitted it. You should show that work, how you improvised it. When you work like that, you will definitely you can prepare some sort of proper reflection related to this question. If you simply use one prompt and design, you generated some design. If it won't work, you should make some changes to that. You should tailor it according to your audience. So that should be addressed here. Maybe you should choose your audience based on them. You should prepare your document. Lessons learned. What did you learn during the creation process? So in the process, during the process, you might have learned, like maybe if you are creating a financial document, you might have learned some of the important topics related to the financial document. Maybe, say for example, if you are analyzing income statement, maybe ratio analysis if you are performing, what kind of formulas we should use. That maybe they are new. You are trying to perform analysis of income statement. You don't know what ratios it calculate, what elements it will be calculating. Maybe you are not aware of that. Because of that, you learned that after completing the process, you will understand that okay, these are the key elements of that income analysis. Maybe if you are creating a flyer, what should be the header, what should be the footer, where the address should be made, highlights, what are the highlights, what are the offers, how they mentioned. All these things, maybe you're not aware of it. You just say, ask it to create a flyer. You know nothing about it. But in this learning process, you will understand that, okay, flyer should contain these elements. Okay, if we keep these elements properly, then they attract customers properly, customers efficiently. That you will be learning. That learning process, what you learned should be explained over here. Next, feedback and revision. Maybe after a couple of time, when we submit this to your show it to your friend or colleagues like that, maybe you might have received some sort of feedback. Then how you incorporated it? Maybe you created a design, you liked it the most. You feel that it is more outstanding design, but if your friend or if your colleague gave some sort of response to that, some sort of feedback to that, it is very important for you to address it because you should treat him as a respondent. So, what feedback you got and how you incorporated it, how you improvised your design. Incorporating means how you improvised your design based on the feedback. That is, so that thing should be addressed. These three sections creates your artifact reflection. Okay, so this is also very important section. Make sure you create your reflection content along with this design design related information, then your reflection. Okay, so now I will show you how to create an artifact. I choose ChatGPT for the purpose. So what I do first, so in which area I want to create artifacts. So select one business area. I will be selecting one particular business area, maybe uh, healthcare management. I want to apply AI in healthcare management. Okay. So I'm choosing my area in which I want to create certain artifacts. Okay. I'm not deviating from the topic. I will be creating all the artifacts related to the healthcare management. Okay. So, and my objective, my objective is to create several artifacts that can be used in the healthcare management organizations. Okay. So in these organizations, whatever the artifacts I create should be used. Okay. So uh, being an expert in healthcare management suggest me at least 50. Maybe you can say 100 ideas also. 50 ideas to create AI generated artifact. Enough. Okay. So let me get the idea. See, hospital executive dashboard, CEO monthly performance report. So you get a lot of plenty of ideas. Okay. So now I will take, it is very easy for me to select now. Like I want to create one SWOT analysis report, or like maybe um, I choose healthcare executive dashboard. Whatever, maybe I will be creating a patient journey map. Okay. So let me create this. Now I will ask it. I want like being a design Gen AI designer create that. Otherwise, I will ask it create a prompt to generate that. So now it will be providing me the prompt. Okay. So this is the prompt. You see, such a big prompt. Still, I will be using the same prompt to generate it. Okay. I'm copying it. So you people are simply writing 2 lines or 3 lines of prompt. So this is very big. I just need, now it will be considering my prompt. Usually the prompt itself should provide me a proper design actually. Let me try this. Anyhow, there it is creating a prompt, creating an image, but here I will try with new option. Make it simple to generate. Oh my God. Let's try this. So now ChatGPT is generating a prompt, and it itself is telling us that you cannot use such a big prompt. Anyhow, a lot of improvements. Let's see the other one. We received a patient journey map. So it generated it. Now what I do is, not this. Definitely that will also generate a proper image. Now for this artifact, I need to create the following elements. It is not this one. And here, describe the artifact with following details. In tools and technologies, mention your name, what you did. Not assembly. This is also patient journey. Very next, mention what tools can be used in real time to generate it. Okay, so these things. Now you see the magic, it will generate all content. Say now like this ChatGPT, tools and technologies used AI content. ChatGPT was used to generate this one. Design and visualization tools. So this much is not required actually. This much information is not required. We can take a little bit of information out of that. And like, so this document is done. Usually like If this task is given to me, okay, if this task is given to me, what I do? So let me try this. I know that first I want to apply in my object is to create several artifacts in healthcare management. Okay, so now let's try new image. I'm trying new image. Next, next, what is my question? I simply mentioned that this is what I want to do. I got a lot of already generated a lot of ideas. Okay, so maybe nurse staffing model create. Had I started 2000, I guess, in timing. Create a prompt to generate nursing staffing model and image. Okay, simple. If it gives very big, okay, right. Say properly generated now. I'm copying it and I'm pasting it. So it's creating image. Next, what should I do? I will take this content. Okay, I will paste it here and just copy this one and maybe what happened with this. I just need 2 to 3 minutes to create this. Okay, I don't know why you people struggle so much to create it. Okay, so that is making artifact. Let the artifact complete. I will wait for it. Once it is done, I will enter this prompt to generate it. Okay, I received this. Okay, AI enabled nurse staffing model. It is already created. Now let me send this. I got a nice title. I got an introduction section. I got a nice description, process, tools, value proposition, unique value, and relevance. Okay, these two sections are mm, should come beneath this value proposition section. Now you have all the data. Okay, so now I should write a reflection. What I learned. First thing, what we don't know, what we improve, like growth model. Let us discuss about growth model. So in the AI industry, to generate this content, how much effort should be kept? That's big, very big effort should be kept as a part of writing this. So I've state that for the purpose of designing a nurse staffing model, it requires at least 10 to 20 days time to perform analysis, to understand what are the key inputs, key outputs, and what is the procedures we should take, what approaches we should select for recruiting nurses. These elements should be properly evaluated. For this, at least minimum it takes 10 days of time. Then we start planning for it and we prepare a nice model. Like after understanding all key inputs, we will design. At least 10 to 15 days time is required for completing this one. Because of implementing AI, it increased my capacity or my capability to complete the design in hardly 3 to 4 minutes. So if I might feel some elements are not right in this design, if I don't feel happy with it, I can change it. I can mention it, like I can write it here and I can ask it to change that. Okay. It will be improvising it. Maybe in that area, I will tell that maybe doctors don't like the green color on tabs, or like plain white color behind the text is not good to attract people. I want to add some other color like that. You can improvise your design. Okay. So that area you will be discussing. So I used this prompt to improvise background design, to improvise images included in the design. These elements should be explained in your own way. Okay. That is one important part. Next, there are three sections that are mentioned under the requirement. They are: how did you tailor your artifact? I already mentioned. What lessons you learned? Maybe, like, see, these all are important. So I understood that in the patient nurses staffing model, there are six important steps that has to be implemented properly to recruit a proper nurse. So nurse performance should be evaluated. So key requirements, key performance indicators contains a nurse to patient ratio. So this word is new to me. That I can straight away say that. For my understanding, nurse to patient ratio is the word that I first time heard about. So while recruiting a nurse, this element should be evaluated. I never know about this. This information you can directly keep in your Word document, okay, as a reflection. Like that, you should understand, okay, what you learned from the process. So first thing, by applying AI, you can easily create artifact. Next thing, whatever the new words you understood, those things you can keep. Maybe reflection. Again, last point is about feedback system. Maybe you can show it to your neighbor, like you, the person who's sitting behind you. You can ask if any changes required. You can write a feedback related to that. When I tried with one of my colleague, I understood that the document is looking very plain, so I improvised it and I added background color like that. Maybe one section, maybe operational factors, they are not properly addressed, so as it was mentioned by him. So I used a certain prompt and improvised it. These elements can be included in your reflection. And finally, your overall conclusion in one or two lines. That makes your work complete. Okay. This is how you should create. It hardly takes 3 to 4 minutes, at least 5 minutes to complete your AI artifact. And to write reflection, it might take 10 to 15 minutes. Hardly in 30, 40 minutes, you can complete your work. So this is all about it. All the best. Give your best. Thank you.